Everybody, welcome to a new edition of Box Seats. This is a show where we talk about sports with comedians. Let's get ready to get the comics in the show because, of course, this is what we do. My man up first is Howie Bell. Howie, how you doing, sir? How's everything?
Man, all is well, Frank. I can't complain. How you doing, bro?
I'm all right, man. I could complain, but nobody cares. You know what I mean? Howie, first of all, before I even forget, congratulations, man. I saw the press release with your name on it, man. I had to put that out last night.
I'm
So,
sorry,
yeah,
man. Thank you,
yeah.
brother. I appreciate the love, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have to talk about something things, a couple off camera. We're gonna talk about that in a bit.
Sure, sure.
Let's get ready to bring in my mother comedian friend, Maurice Smith. Mo, how you doing, sir? How everything?
Man, I'm doing okay, man. I'm honored to be in the presence of such urban comedy royalty. You know what I'm saying? I'm bragging to people. Man, I work with Howie Bell every day, man. I talked to him last night. Come on, man.
That's what I'm talking about, brother.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Let me bring in another person, Daniel Jones, D Jones, another comedian. How you doing, sir? How everything?
Mo, I appreciate the flowers, man. Thank you for that compliment, brother.
I gotta love the comedy. Gotta love the comedy.
You know what? D Jones never disappoints.
He never does. He never does. I could go back to some of the things he said that made me laugh, but Mo, yesterday you with the wiggle, man, that had me laughing. The wiggle. All right, so let's get ready to get the show started, man. Let me pull this up in here tight. Let me get in here. Let me do this right here. All right, so for those of you who don't know, we talk about sports, we talk about what comics and everything else. But Howie, I got hit over the head about 2 hours ago with this story, man. I wanted to talk to you guys about this, man. A freshman at North Carolina. Let me just make sure I say this again. A freshman, and you know what month we're in right now, right? The guy just started. He ain't even 4 days old as a freshman. Okay, his name is Caleb Wilson. He signed a multi-year endorsement deal with New Balance, according to ESPN. They're thinking it's $30 million. Of course, nobody knows the exact figure and everything else, but Shams of ESPN is saying it's in the range of 10-year, $30 million deal with New Balance. I'm amazed because I've been trying to look it up. I mean, I'm gonna have to have White Chalk look it up more deeply than I did. But are we now signing NIL deals to me for people who have potential when they 2-3 weeks in as a freshman in college? So basically, we're signing high school players now. That's what we're doing, Howie. That's what we're doing.
That's what it sounds like we're doing. It's a little bit of a slippery slope here, I guess. So, because I was proud of the whole NIL thing, man, and I thought they deserved it and all these things, but freshman in college, what if he gets hurt? Like, what if he can't play? So, how does that work for a 10-year deal? And you played 2 or 3 years in college or whatever if you go out early, if you do. But what if you get hurt and you can't perform, you can't play? They keep that deal going. Like, I don't know. So maybe it's some clauses in these contracts where if you do get hurt and you can't play, maybe they're over. I don't know. But it seems like it's premature when it gets that early. But at the same time, some of these guys are great athletes. So, I guess some of these companies are jumping on early. They like, yeah, we might as well get them early. They're going to go back. They're going to sign Pee-wee people in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what we headed. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have the A team, the B team, the C team, captains. They all get deals and all that stuff, man. We headed down that road, so that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it does look like that. Mo, maybe New Balance looks at this kid as maybe being the next LeBron, Kevin Durant, let's see, KD. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it's that. You know what I mean? How are you looking at it like that? Because some players did come out of high school and make some noise. You know what I mean? How are you looking at it?
If you look at it, man, I mean, look at Joker. Imagine if Nike or New Balance would have signed Joker 10 years ago to a deal, and all he wore, and he wasn't even a starter.
Right.
He wasn't even a starter when he got into the league. He was a nobody.
Right.
So they sneaker deals are as much as a gamble as owning a team. You don't know who's going to get hurt. You're right, Howie. What if he gets hurt? But, I mean, the team, what if he don't get hurt? You know what I'm saying? They got to get them early, man. I'd be trying to get somebody early too. Let me see somebody run up and down the court doing something amazing in a high school game. Man, you want to try one of these sneakers on? I know you ain't got none.
Bo, really, you gonna try to get somebody before they even play the college game? You know what I mean? I mean, there's not too many.
It's a gamble. It's a business, man. I mean, they scouting them. They're being scouted in high school. You tell me you're not being scouted in high school by NBA scouts.
Sometimes before high school.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're right. Before that, they know who's coming up in the rank. So why wouldn't the people who work for the sneak? To me, it's business.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. Again, I'm not mad at it. I just think, I think it's getting crazy, bro. D Jones, I think it's getting crazy. I think now we're gonna be starting scouting sixth graders. You know, sixth, seventh, and eighth graders. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I think we're getting to. You know.
New Balance can sign us. Ain't nobody wearing New Balances out here.
No. Hold up. Now you're wrong with that one. You talking to New England people up here? New Balance rule.
I mean, when you over 50, you might put on some New Balance, okay?
No,
But
New
these
England,
young kids-
DC. Okay.
These young kids, how many Steph Currys you done seen? Steph Curry got New Balance. I ain't seen one person get shot over no Steph Currys, okay? Don't nobody want no New Balances. And if you said it was probably if he's that good, they signed him that early, maybe he is the next great star. But you said I think 30 over 10 years, that's $3 million a year. And in today's NIL deals, that don't seem like it's much.
Right. But at the end of the day, D, we don't know. We're speculating, and I'm sure you do remember Nike signed LeBron James coming out of high school with that $100 million contract. It could, for 10 years. You know what I mean? So that was then. That was 20 years ago. I don't think New Balance has the money to do something like that. I can't speak for their pockets, but D, I'll say this. I think it's in that range. What matter of fact, what do you think it is, D? What do you think it is?
I never even heard of the kid, so I really don't. If he was that good, he'd be on ESPN and everything else right now. They would have been playing his high school games last season. But he's on one of the best brands in college basketball, and that means a lot too. North Carolina name and the brand of the Tar Heels is maybe bigger than he is right now.
Right. Good point. All right, let's keep it moving, because I could talk about this NIL deal stuff I could do that, talk about that for 2 hours easy, because I don't think the money's warranted, but that's a whole nother, in some instances. Howie, a couple of hours ago, the news was announced, and I think this is the hugest news of the week. Forget about the day. I think this is the hugest news of the week. Make sure you all are paying attention to this. Anthony Richardson lost his slot as starting quarterback. He was the 2023 first-round draft pick of the Indianapolis Colts. He lost his starting job to somebody who they picked up to sign just in case, and that's Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones now goes from the Giants, and he takes over and wins the job in preseason as QB number 1 as the Colts start the season. And now, are you concerned about anything? Obviously the NFL people signing these, everybody's in a rush to get a QB number 1. And then this guy is on the path. Anthony Jones, to me, is on the path of bust. You know what I mean? Because, bro, you 2 years in and you got Daniel Jones coming in taking your job. I don't know, man. What's your take, Howie?
First of all, kudos to Daniel Jones. He's getting ready to steal some more money. So that's good for him. He's on his way to getting another bag. How do they do this? I don't understand. But he did outplay him, though. I saw that. And they got to trade old boy. Richardson, he got to go.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason for them to keep him. That's too much money. That's going to open up things for them. That's one of the, I know we're going to talk about this later, one of the trades that may happen before the season starts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Howie, I'm going to leave you with one last thing. Do you honestly think Anthony Richardson is NFL worthy QB right now after all this stuff has happened? You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Just to keep it. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Mo, you're a Giants fan. You know how obviously Daniel Jones gets down. You know what he's able to do. You know he's capable of everything else. So my question to you is this a surprise to you that he comes in and takes Anthony Richardson's job?
Not at all. I was a Daniel Jones fan. I watched him for years. You know what I'm saying? He had one good year, and that was the one good year the offensive line did their job. If we would have had an offensive, we hadn't had an offensive line since we beat the Patriots in the last Super Bowl.
Come
That's the
on,
last time we
man.
had a good
That's
offensive line.
irrelevant, Mo.
Huh?
That's irrelevant, Mo. That's irrelevant, Mo.
I'm just bringing it up so people would know how long it's been.
And,
Been a long time.
and
We ain't had. I mean, they ain't having an offensive line. Danny Jones is not a slouch. He ain't a bum. He didn't. He robbed. He got away in New York, but didn't get New York. Didn't they spent so much money they couldn't get nothing else but Daniel Jones. You know it right there. Daniel Jones is a decent and he can run. He's a
okay,
mobile quarterback.
Yeah, he
all
is.
right, okay, I give it to you. I give it to you. D Jones, talk to me. What's your take on this Daniel Jones taking over Indianapolis coach QB head job?
First, first of all, I don't trust any white man with the last name Jones. Okay, only black people with the last name Jones. Two,
He got your name.
yeah, two. Richardson got to be garbage if Daniel Jones take your job because Daniel Jones is garbage itself. Okay, but
All right.
three, I don't think it's his fault. He should have never been taken that high, and he should have never became a starter when they drafted him. They should have set him down and teached him first. And I think not doing that might ruin his career
Yeah,
because the boy got an arm out this world.
hmm
He can run, he can scramble, and he can throw that, but he's just not accurate and he makes stupid decisions. But I think if he was set down first and learn behind a decent quarterback, then he could be something.
I'm gonna say this right now. That boy Daniel Jones is starting to slowly put his way into the comeback player of the year category, like Jameis Winston did. Like
Hmm.
what's the guy that who ended up playing for the Bucks?
Baker Mayfield.
Baker
Yeah.
Mayfield. Like I'm having a strong feeling this dude might slide his way into the comeback player of the year category because he got an offensive line. He got a great running back over at the Colts right now, and they got an okay defense. If they win just half their games, he might get that. He might get.
Is Taylor still over there
Yeah,
running back?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like he might. This is quiet as kept. We can make fun of Daniel Jones and not everything else. This is the best team he's ever been on. You know what I mean? Personnel wise, player personnel wise. You know what I mean?
Best franchise.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go for that. Best franchise. You know what I mean? Right, Mo? I'll go for that, right?
You know what, man? You know what? See, you know what? It's like now, see, Frank getting because he got a teammate now. He got somebody he want to roll with. You know what I'm saying? He Batman, D Jones is Robin. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Product should be up all the time, man.
Kato and the Green Hornet. You know what I'm saying? For real. All of a sudden now, right? Well, I go with that. Yeah, right there. Yeah, D never disappoints. Yeah, he never does. Some of the things he always says. Shut up.
Well, you got to jump on where you can jump on. All right, Howie, let's move it on, man. Let me talk to you about this next story because I didn't talk about it that much in depth because I wanted to read more about it yesterday, and I did. The Cincinnati Bengals now, according to what the stats are after the two preseason games, people are completely concerned because Howie Bell, this is what we're talking about. Washington ran through them, literally ran through their defense and played their starters early. The Commanders exploded for a 4-play, 73-yard touchdown drive in their opening possession the other night, 2 nights ago, without throwing a single pass on Cincinnati Bengals defense. So it's showing you right now, Cincinnati has absolutely not one thing iota on the run stop defense right now, which people are saying their defense got worse. So there's major concern in Cincinnati. How are you taking this, Howie? Overreaction or preseason or what?
I think it's overreaction. I don't think they got worse. We don't know if they got worse. The season hasn't started yet. You know what I'm saying? I think people putting too much on these preseason games, bro, because they have to get their personnel together. That's what preseason is all about. It's about running plays based on what this person can do, not if we can score on this drive. Would you like to score on your drives? Absolutely, but that is not the end game when it comes to these preseason games, bro. So I think people are overreacting, even to like what we talked about this with Chicago Bears when they're overreacting, man. just like this loss with Cincinnati. I mean, that's just overreaction. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all, man. I just think we got to calm down and let things play out. The season will be starting in a couple weeks, and we go from there. As of right now, people don't even have all their personnel together.
Okay, I'm gonna give you that, but Mo, to follow up what Howie said, Howie makes an excellent point. Nobody can even doubt his point. But last season, Cincinnati's QB Joe Burrow was definitely in some talks of conversation for MVP because of how good the offense was doing. What kept him out of every MVP conversation was how bad the defense was doing, and it seems like it's now carried over to the new season. Is there concern? Now, do you have concern for Cincinnati with this? Because again, Joe Burrow put up, matter of fact, numbers wise, Joe Burrow had his best season numbers wise. You know what I mean, Mo? His best season. So, are you looking at it like what you saying? What Howie's saying, and it's just preseason, and they may still come out with a stellar defense, or not? How you looking at
Have
it?
they signed the linebacker,
Nope,
the edge rusher? They haven't re-signed him yet.
nope. He's still waiting right now. He's still waiting.
You know, well, I'm still with Howie because like it is preseason. And in preseason, you're trying to get more of a reaction of what plays you can run, getting things together. Let's see if this work, that work, blah blah blah. Who can do this? Who can do what? You know, but they defense has been suspect before the season ended last year.
Right.
And they still suspect, and they ain't signed no boy yet. So I mean, it's preseason, yeah, but they already a suspect defense. So you know, hey, they better sign old boy and try to be a little bit more, you know, ready. But hey, they already suspect.
Right, but D, as we all know, defense wins championships. You can have an all-star stellar QB on the offensive side, but if your defense ain't doing nothing, you're in trouble. You know what I mean? But I don't know. How you looking at it, D?
Well, I watched that game last night, and the defense is trash. But like most said, they've been trash for a while. The most egregious thing I seen was the coaching decision last night to leave Joe Burrow in the game and put his two best receivers on the side. And then the second dumb decision, did you see Joe Burrow take this
I saw
unnecessary
that.
sack?
He did it. He did it more than once.
Yeah.
I mean, it's preseason. Throw the ball. What are you trying to accomplish?
He did
That
it
was
more
the
than
dumbest
once.
thing I seen. That was worse than defense.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He could
Right.
if he would have hurt himself, man, they would be crying today. You know what
Man,
I'm saying? They
season
would be
over.
crying today. That was 2 plays. I saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw
that
I
was
saw it too.
stupid.
But you know what's even more concerning to me? More concerning to me was they let Joe Burrow stay in the game too long. To me, if you ask
But
me.
that's the whole point.
Yeah, like the minute after the first series, it was over, and after everything, like matter of fact, I'm not gonna even lie. I'd have pulled them out the minute they crossed the 50-yard line. I'd be like, okay, you need to come out because we see you got your thing on. We need to figure this defense situation. That's what I would have did because you can't get Joe Burrow hurt 2 years in a row. You cannot do that. You just can't. All right, so Howie, I got you up. Speaking of things that we're talking about, Micah Parsons and the Dallas Cowboys seem like they really are headed for divorce. Here we are. What's today's date? August 19th. Micah Parsons and the Dallas Cowboys are still not even talking. And regular season game starts in what, 2 weeks? 2 Sundays? You know what I mean? So, yeah, people in Dallas are like, it's no big deal. Other people outside are saying it could be a big deal. Me, I'm thinking that Dallas Cowboys are in trouble with Michael Parsons, and it might be a real divorce to me. How are you looking at it, Howie?
Ooh, man. Ooh, that's like what Sweet Daddy told JJ. JJ, you in trouble. You in trouble. Oh boy, I saw that too. I think Michael Parsons is ready to part. He ready to get the hell up out of there, dog. I really do. I don't think he like Jerry Jones. And I don't think he likes Dallas no more. And I think that he like, man, I'm about to be out and go get this bread because he can get it right now. I'm telling you, he can go get it. It's a lot of teams. Once again, before the season starts, it's a lot of teams, man, that would love a Michael Parsons.
Yeah, I agree.
And yeah, so
like
I don't know.
the Detroit Lions would like a Michael Parsons.
Would love him. He take us to he gets to the Super Bowl. He take our defense over the top.
If they get him, they go to the Super Bowl. If the Patriots get him, boy, watch out. You know what I mean? A couple of teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
a couple
sure.
teams did it. He's a game changer. Mo, let me talk to you, bro. Mo, how are we looking at it with the Dallas Cowboys? You looking at Michael Parsons staying, Michael Parsons going, and any concerns? I mean, again, we 2 weeks out. I gotta say that again. We 2 weeks out, from the NFL season kicking off, and he ain't even stepped in the field with them yet.
And I want to. Dallas is so unpredictable, man. Jerry, it's no telling what Jerry might do. Jerry might just wild out and send him to Cincinnati and let Cincinnati send old boy to Dallas. I don't know. You don't know, but then again, I don't know what to say about Jerry. He's unpredictable, man.
Yeah.
You don't know what he might do.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. D. Jones, talk to me. How are you looking at it? Because this is a serious situation, and Dallas is no stranger to this.
So, what day does season start?
It's supposed to start September 7th.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be 12:58 p.m. and Jerry Jones goes on Michael Parsons 1 minute before the season starts, and then 2 weeks later he's gonna have a calf strain because he ain't worked out. So that's how they have not, that I know of, let anybody in their prime get away.
That's very true. They haven't done that.
Can't not sign Michael Parsons, man. He's top 5 defensive player in the league, and Jerry Jones just liked the attention. That's all this is.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I can't get mad with you saying that, man, because honestly, D, I think that's exactly what we're talking about. I think it's an attention thing, that Jerry Jones likes to get. Let's not forget. I don't know if you guys are sitting home or my guys sitting on this panel even realize Jerry Jones is a master of marketing. Then there is a Dallas Cowboys series getting ready to drop. I think it's dropping on Netflix. Again, more attention that he wants to have, that he has. I think it could be all of that, but it could be that there really is a serious situation in Dallas where he doesn't want to pay Michael Parsons. It could be that too. So I don't know. I mean,
could Jerry Jones be the Don King of football?
Yeah.
He know how to promote. He know how to promote something.
Yeah. What did he do? He bought the Dallas Cowboys for what, 150, 180 million dollars, and now it's worth what, 12 billion? You know what I mean? So
but the difference between Jerry Jones and the Don King is Don King had winners.
Ooh, that was a low blow, Howard. I like that.
Don King had consistent winnings. He went from one winner to the next. Jerry had a win spurt, and then that was it.
A win spurt.
He had a win spurt, and then that was it. He ain't won since.
All right, so let's get ready to start talking about our top 5, because that's what we do up here, because we give you some hypotheticals or our top 5, our thoughts of what we go. So the first top 5 is your top 5 trades, since we talk about the NFL right now, that you think can still happen before the NFL season. That's why I wanted to talk about Michael Parsons, because honestly, Howie, I think he could be in one of them top 5 trades. But talk to me. What you think? What's your top 5 trades look like?
Given today's news, because I saw that I put him on my list. Michael Parsons could be out of there, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really think he could be gone. And it's a strong possibility that he can get signed to, like D. Jones said, a minute before the game starts. But like you said, I mean, that's going to risk all, like you said, injuries and all that. He ain't worked out. So I don't know, man. It's, injuries are come anyway. But, I just don't think that he's going to be there very long. So he's one of my people. And I didn't have specific people, but I'm going to tell you this, though. Because this particular category is so broad, the quarterback situation. So you could go to Cleveland. You could go to Indianapolis. You could go to, it's a couple of teams, that's fighting, these quarterback spots. So ain't no telling what's going to happen with this quarterback situation before the season starts. So I got that down too. Pass rusher moves. We just start talking about that. What about in Cincinnati? They haven't signed Trey yet. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Michael Parsons. What we doing? You know what I'm saying? And of course, a bunch of teams are going to start scrambling to fill up their special teams and everything else like that. So yes, there are plenty of moves that are going to be made before the season starts. I guarantee you, and some of them blockbuster.
Yeah, I think so too. Mo, we looking at the 10-day cut. We are looking at the cut down to the 54-man roster spot, and I think that happens at the end of the next game, which is at the end of this week. So give me your top 5 trades you think will still happen before the NFL season because the cut downs getting ready to happen too.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of gave up mine. I didn't mean to do it when we was talking about it, but I'm serious. That Dallas and Bengals move, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if it happened at all 10 minutes before the season starts, just like they say. I wouldn't be surprised. That was my top two right there. And then, so what's old boy out in D.C.?
Brian Robinson.
No, the receiver.
Oh, Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, Terry McLaurin. Who knows what DC might do and try to pull a wild one? They might think we good because on paper they still kind of good without him, but he just been there for so long and put up with so much. It'd be a shame to get rid of him. But I don't know. Anything can happen.
And he never had a good QB either. Terry McLaurin ain't
Right.
never had a good QB yet. So
I got Shador Sanders on my list. I'm like, well, how we saying? Anything can happen with these QB, even though Shador really hurt. What's going on? He had a good game. They might have him come back and do. I don't know what guy. They might just ship him out, you know. And like D. Jones said, they might just throw him a lifeline and let him live outside of Cleveland. And that's mine right there, y'all.
Okay, that's your list. All right, D. Jones, let me see your list.
Well, the reports today said they're trying to trade Brian Robinson from the Commanders, the running back. So I got him on my list.
Okay.
I got Richardson from the Colts. We don't know what they're gonna do with him. He already not starting. Maybe they're trying to get rid of him. I got Famous Jameis from the Giants because somebody's gonna need a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they already got two. So I think if somebody really need a quarterback, Jameis might get that call. I got Trey Henderson because Bengals just terrible. And number one, I got Shador because I really want to see Shador go somewhere better than Cleveland.
I think Shador, honestly, might get traded too, man. I think Shador.
Yeah.
I don't see him staying on the Cleveland Browns either. I just don't see it. I don't see it. All right. So with that being said, and being that there were a couple of fights the last couple of days on a couple of NFL training camps, I was like, you know what? Let me see what are the top 5 craziest teammate fights that baffled you that you didn't see coming, because teammates don't normally supposed to fight against each other. You know what I mean? They fight other teams, not themselves. You know what I mean, Howie? So
yeah,
what's the top 5 craziest teammate fights that baffled you?
Well, one that baffled me, not necessarily a teammate, but he was a coach. Latrell Sprewell choked out the coach.
That's great, Howie.
Let's start with that one. Yeah. Let me see. Gilbert Arenas and Javaris Pinson. Y'all remember that? You know what I'm saying? They was playing gambling, and Gilbert Arenas owed the money. They pulled guns on each other and all that. I mean, that was wild.
Yeah, I ain't see that coming.
Yeah, that whole situation was wild, man. Delonte West versus Von Wafer. You know about that, don't you, Frank?
Yep, sure do.
Boston Celtics. Yeah, man. They punched it out in the locker room, bro. Yeah. And your boy already had weapons charges. What's his name? Wes. Wes had already had all kind of incidents at that time. So that was wild. Man, what else I got on here? Check this out. I pulled this one. Renardo Sidney versus Elgin Bailey. They were in college at Mississippi State, and they got to a fight in the stands, bro.
I didn't even know about that one.
I didn't know about it either. I couldn't believe it. I was out there. And my last one that kind of tripped me out, and it comes from hockey. You know, they fight all the time. But these are brothers, Keith and Wayne Primeau. I think that's how you say their name. They was brothers they real brothers. Mm-hmm. They was on opposing teams, and they got into a fight in the game. It's crazy, incredible. So I had to, that kind of tripped me out. So those are my top 5.
That's hilarious. I love that. Imagine dinner at their house during the next holiday. Mo, give me your top 5 craziest teammate fights that baffled you. Like,
well, mine was like teammate that was beefing with each other and stuff like that. One of them is a fight, but I got, first of all, Larry Johnson and Alonzo Mourning. Remember when they were together in the Charlotte Hornets? And they couldn't play ball together. Nobody saw that coming. Everybody was like, yo, Alonzo and Larry Johnson together, that's gonna be a crazy team. And it's no telling what would have happened if they stayed together.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't ball with each other. Terrell Owens and whatever team he played with,
Yeah.
That's it. He had a beef with. Remember him with Donovan McNabb? He was beefing to about Donovan McNabb ain't as good as Tom Brady. Come on, how you going to say that about your own starting quarterback? That was
Yeah.
dumb.
And then cry about the other QB.
And cry about the other QB. That's my QB. Shut up.
Yeah.
This one wasn't a fight, but this one was Rex Ryan and Mark Sanchez. One time, Rex Ryan said in the newspaper or on the news in a report, he was thinking about benching Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez said to a reporter, he challenged Rex Ryan to a fight.
Yeah.
I remember
Remember that?
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yep. Darryl Strawberry and Keith Hernandez. This is 3 years, 2 or 3 years after they had won the World Series, and that's when it all started going down here. Everybody starts to crack again. I know in New York City back in the 80s, it was a wild time. They was doing all kinds of cocaine and wilding out. Darryl Strawberry and Keith Hernandez got into a fist fight during spring training. They got pictures. Everything was all over the news, wilding out. And the last one, it was Coco and Crystal. See, they all were under the same pimp back in the day, right? But Coco didn't like Crystal because Crystal was a booster. So she didn't have to go out and sell her butt. Pimp don't care where you get your money from. You just got to bring home the money. So Coco didn't like the fact that Crystal had a skill. She could boost. And next thing you know, Coco done slapped Crystal downtown at the Players Club.
I just want you all to know the remarks and comments of comedian Mose do not reflect humor mill or boxing in any way, and especially when he comes from his pimp chronicles. You know what I mean? Hilarious. All right, so D Jones, talk to me about your top craziest teammate fights that baffled you.
Well, I'm more intrigued about Coco and Crystal. I don't know about y'all, but I want to hear more about these two beautiful black queens. Number 5, I got Shaq should have whooped Kobe ass for snitching on him. That's what I got. When Kobe got arrested and he said, Shaq do it all the time. Like, why you got to throw Shaq out there? Number 4, I don't know if y'all heard about this story. They were in a jet playing cards, and they got to fight over the money. Jerry Stackhouse whooped Christian Laettner ass on the plane. Number 3, this is a story I just heard by Mad Max talking about how he was walking through the tunnel of the game spitting, and Hakeem told him cut that out, and he told Hakeem, you shut the fuck up. He said Hakeem slapped the shit out of him. If you slap Mad Max, you a bad man. Yeah. And then Max said he went to the car and got his tool. Number 2, I got Matt Barnes going to check Derek Fisher over his girl, man.
Let's not forget about driving that fence. Yeah, driving 5-2 with a diaper on.
Man. That might have been number 1, but my number 1 is my favorite basketball player of all time. They got in a fight in '93 in practice. They said that he put a hard screen on him. That was Bill Laimbeer screened Isaiah Thomas, and Isaiah Thomas cracked him in his jaw, and he broke his own hand and had to miss a couple games.
I hated that when that happened.
Yeah. I forgot about that. But I do want to say the Matt Barnes one has got to be the funniest. That one got to be funny. Got to be funny. All right, so being that we like to switch up some stuff, you know, and bring some light to some stuff right now, let's talk about this next top 5, because I know some of these. I know y'all got some crazy stories. Let's talk about our top 5 car crazy moments, good and bad. You know, you had a car, you have some great moments. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. I would tell y'all mine, but I'm gonna tell y'all mine last. But go ahead, Howie, give me yours.
Well, all 5 of mine is I had sex in the back seat. So let's start right there. All 5. I got to add some more just for good measure. But yeah, all my top 5 great moments. Making love in the backseat of the car. I was a young man, but I did it. Man, listen, I drove from Detroit to Atlanta to LA by myself. That's
Phew.
got to be one of my biggest feats I ever did in a car by myself. One time I went to Freaknik, me and my partners, and it was like when Freaknik was kind of getting old and was getting to the point where they were starting to cancel it. So this is like 96, something around there. And they start blocking off the highway where you couldn't get off and go to the park or do none of that. So they made people like literally almost drive, or probably to Alabama before you could turn around. You still couldn't get off. So that was crazy. That was a crazy experience of being in the car. Freaknik, that's the driving in circles. That was my last year with that shit. Um, my car broke down. I was in high school on I-75, and I went back the next day to pick it up, and it was gone. Somebody stole it. Never got it back. My father was mad as hell. When I tell you my father was mad as hell, because he gave me the car.
Right.
So, it got stolen, and I tried to retrieve and get it back. I never did. He was pissed for years behind that shit. And my last one that scared the hell out of me is I was on a road trip to a comedy show, and I hit a deer. And, man, I ran over this deer, and it scared. I screamed like I was a little girl, and somebody socked the shit out of me. That's how I screamed, like a total bitch. And I ran over that deer, scared the shit out of me in the middle of the night, and tore the car up so bad that I had to get a new car, had to wait in the side road assistance, get the rental car. It was the craziest, wildest time in the car. So those are my top.
Okay, I like your top 5. Give me your top 5, Mo.
All right, my top 5. Number 5 for me, just recently, not too long ago, because my car, I like my car. I love you. But it wasn't dependable. It's not dependable. So I'm on my way to a show in New Hampshire, a $500 show. And I wasn't even headlining. All I had to do was 15 minutes. I'm in the middle of rush hour in the tunnel of the under the TD Garden, Frank. You know what I'm talking about? Getting ready to come out to the bridge. And my car started smoking. My car started smoking like 10 Jamaicans who hadn't seen each other in 20 years, and they all got a half a pound of weed. And I'm in the tunnel. I don't mind the car smoking. I just don't want to be stuck in the tunnel.
Right.
And oh man, luckily I got out. So when I was a kid, it was me, my man Cool KB, and my man Disco Lee, right? We convinced Cool KB to go get his mother's keys so we could drive across town to get this Hawaiian Gold weed that they got, right? He stole the keys because she was asleep. We got in the car, we drove out, we drove down the block, we turned the corner, and the car stopped. It stopped right there. And it was wintertime too. In New York, we could not push the car. We tried. It was too much ice on the ground. So he had to go tell his mother by himself that he wasn't coming with him. So my great-grandmother, she raised me. She had a brother out in the Far Rockaway. He was something like a pimp / hustler, gambler, and he went to jail for shooting at somebody's door when he was 68. So riding home, one of his girlfriends gave me a hand job.
Was that the 2 girls from the last story?
It was one of them.
I swear to God, it happened. I was like, whoa, for real, man.
How old were you at the time?
Oh, man. I was like 14, 15 years old. Right in the back of a deuce in the corner, and I ain't think nobody saw. And my great uncle said something to me the next time. He said, "You man, leave my girls alone." He was like, "He's so handsome. He's so handsome." We had just came from church. I had my little suit on and everything. We went over there. Everybody got drunk. Everybody was in the car sleeping, riding back. He heard. And whoever my uncle was driving.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah. And my last one, I had an ex, right? Her car, I don't know nothing about cars. Nothing. I can cook. I can make any meal y'all want me to make. I can get on stage and rock out for 30 hot straight minutes, whatever. Asked me to do something with a car, I don't know. So my ex, her car was acting up, right? And she was like, what you think is wrong with it? She was like, I was like, I don't know. So she got mad with me, like, why you don't know? Won't you just take a guess? Won't you try to figure out, just take a wild guess? And I said, well, I guess it ain't working. We broke up after that.
I bet. D. Jones, give me your top 5. Yo, that's 10 crazy stories, y'all.
Hey, Mo, do you know Baba Feeney?
I know the name. I don't know him personally. I never met him.
Car with him. He can't drive. Also, Howie almost killed me driving one time. I wasn't even gonna say that, but he came around this curve and almost hit the wall and looked at me, was like, I'm sorry. But
I might have a couple drinks that night.
yeah. It was 8 in the morning. Number 5. I went on a road trip with these 2 comics to the Funny Bone in Columbus. It's 4 hours away from Detroit. We get there. On the way back, I wasn't driving. I was one of the passengers. His car stops. The guy who drives the car stops in the middle of the highway. Police like, y'all got to get this towed off the highway. He called his wife. His wife like, I ain't put you on my insurance. You're going to have to pay for it. So we got to a gas station, and he said, I don't have no money. So me and the other comic had to pay for his car to get towed, right? The problem was when the tow truck driver came, he only had room for him. And me and the other comic got left in Columbus after we paid for this man's car.
Y'all paid for him.
One of the worst road trips I ever had. Number 4, I was Detroit streets. Thank God for Detroit. I was asleep on my couch and I thought somebody was knocking at my door, but it was 2 dudes in my car with a brick, and it was knocking my ignition out. So I ran on the porch with my hammer. They got to running, right? Called the police. Hey, somebody tried to steal my car. They said, we don't come out for attempted car theft. You got to come to us. I'm like, I don't have an ignition, right? So the next day, I had to go somewhere. I took a screwdriver, started my ignition. I take off. I get pulled over.
What?
Right. As soon as they seen I had no ignition, I was put in cuffs, put on the back of my own car. They like, why you ain't call the police? I did. Y'all said y'all don't come out for attempted car theft. Number 3.
Yo, if that's not in your set, you a fool. I swear.
That's crazy. Now you get pulled over for stealing your own car.
I steal my own car. Number 3, I was around 21, 22. I was driving to Lansing. And I don't know if people know this, from Detroit to Lansing, ain't a lot of black people, right? My car had started smoking and stopped. And me and my friend was like in the wrong place at the wrong time. And this white guy in the van kept circling us. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. And he got out the car. He had a swastika tattoo on his forehead. And he said, listen, this not me no more. God told me to stop and help y'all. He went and got me a whole water pump, put it in my car, and got us to the crib.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good story.
Yeah. Number 2, I bought a Porsche, and I had a lot of sex. I had a lot of sex in this Porsche. Okay. Number 1, I crashed that Porsche. Okay. I was on the freeway and I hit somebody's bumper and my whole front end just went from here to there. And I pulled over and I was hurt, but I wasn't as hurt until these guys pulled up to the side of me and went, not the Porsche. And I just started crying like a baby.
He just said I was having sex in my Porsche, and then he said, and then I crashed my Porsche. And let's not forget he left out another part. I crashed my Porsche because I was having sex.
I wasn't. Don't text and drive. Do not text.
Man, I'm telling you, this right here, I'm sitting here saying to myself, I might need to put a couple of my stories in my set. I ain't thinking.
Yeah, you don't think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then other people might have went through some of the same stuff we went through. Yeah, I got stopped in the tunnel. I got pulled over.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all this real quick story. Let me just say this. I don't know if it's gonna be that funny, but it was funny when it happened. I can tell you that. I laughed about it, and me and my boy laughed about it for years. We just came out of this club called the Gallery. Mo, you remember the Gallery? Remember the Gallery? You were in Boston at the time when the Gallery was jumping off?
I don't know. I might have been. Was that the one in Blue Hill on Blue Hill Ave?
No, the Gallery was off Mass Ave. It was the only spot where people were jumping off was on Wednesday night. But if y'all are familiar with Boston, you might know that Boston doesn't have a lot of spots. Make a long story short, the only night happening, I go with I get my first car is an old Buick. I think it's like a 69. It's a 69 Buick. It was really, really, really old. My uncle gave it to me. It makes a lot of noise. It had a lot of rust, everything. But the heat in it was phenomenal. I go to the Gallery that night, me and my homie Jamil. We go and it must be 3 degrees outside. Wind chill factor was whipping out. It was freezing, but the Gallery was packed. Women are coming out. I'm young. I'm 21, 22 years old, trying to get something off, everything else. And me and my boy pull up. There's some people standing out at the light trying to take the bus because the Gallery got out. They're trying to go home. These girls started laughing at us when I pulled up. They laughed. Me and my boy Jamil looked at them. He cut the heat on and he went like this. We were like, and we just drove off and we were cracking up because we were like, we were hot. Y'all was out there freezing. Oh my God. We laughed the whole time. The way their face just fell when they realized they were freezing. You could laugh, but we hot. Oh my God. We laughed and laughed and laughed and they stopped laughing. And me and him still talk about it to this day.
That's a good story.
We one of the funniest stories. Of course, I'm not a comic. I can't make it sound as funny as you guys, but what you trying to say, Mom?
No, I just thought about something. Give me 2 minutes, Frank. I was on the phone with one of my old friends, and we were talking about old stories. And back in New York, we used to jump by the cabs and not pay. And one time we jumped in a cab, we riding around the whole neighborhood, yelling at people, "Hey, what's up?" And every person we yelled at said to the cab driver, "You know they're not gonna pay y'all. You know they not. We must have yelled at 6 people. 6, I swear to God, 6 people. Yeah, everybody said they not. And so the cab driver, he was like, "We gonna pay you. We gonna pay. We got you. We got you." You know we didn't pay him. Jumped out on his ass.
The things we did is you know what? That's a top 5 question for tomorrow. What's the top 5 craziest, funniest things we did in our youth? That I gotta.
Oh man, that's a good one.
Yeah, craziest one. All right, so now let's go to the next one, man. Where we at? Your top 5 player injuries that bothered you in any sport. I don't think we did that one yet. So, Holly, pull up your.
Okay, you know what, man? This one was hard to research, bro. Because it brought back memories. First of all, DeMar Hamlin. Jesus Christ! Yeah. Everybody in the world thought he died on the field, and that disturbed me. You know what I'm saying? That disturbed me. So we talking about injuries that disturbed you now. Mike Tyson, when he bit Holyfield's ear, not one but 2, when he did it twice, that really bothered me. And I was a big Mike Tyson fan, brother.
Yeah,
and I watched that in real time.
Yeah.
And that was one of the that really disturbed me, man. We had a player named Mike Utley who played for the Detroit Lions, and I brought him up before. Back in '91, when we were on that run, man, we actually played Washington that year, and we lost in the playoffs. But we were on that run with Barry Sanders. Mike Utley was one of our top players as well. Line offensive, I think he was offensive lineman. And he got hurt on the field and got paralyzed. Got paralyzed on I think a game or 2 before the end of the season or something like that.
I remember that. I think I remember that.
Yeah, that was huge. That was big time, man. Tua Tugaloa, how you say his last name?
How white chocolate.
Tugaloa. How do you say it? We
talking about
Tua from the Miami Dolphins. Every time he fall, he scares me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, he is like a China cabinet, brother, and I hate to use that cliche. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like him, but man, he hit his head one time so hard, man. I said, damn. You know what I mean? I couldn't believe he came back to play. I said, oh man, okay. You know what I'm saying? So, but he's disturbing. My last one which is the most gruesome, most disturbing injury I ever saw, is Kevin Ware in 2013, played for Louisville. This is college. He broke his tibia, dog, and the bone popped out, and you
Oh,
could see it
yeah.
I remember that.
live on TV, bro. Everybody saw that.
Yeah, I remember that.
That traumatized me, bro. I couldn't believe it, man. I was like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? So those are my top. It's more than that, but those are my top 5.
Yeah, yeah. I like your top 5. Give me your top 5, Mo.
At number 5, the 2024 New York Knicks. If you remember 2024, we went to the second round of playoff with the third string. Brunson was hurt. Hart was hurt. OG Anunoby was hurt. Randall was hurt. Mitchell Robinson got hurt because what's the name from Philly pulled him down. The whole team was hurt. That was our chance to beat the Celtics, I think. We had a great team that year. That's before we lost Hartenstein. Antonio McDyess. I'll never forget it. We got him. Less than 2 weeks later, he was hurt. Preseason game. Preseason, but wait a minute. It gets better. He came back the year following because they didn't have surgery like they got now. He was out for the year. Came back. Got hurt again in the middle of the season. Ain't never played right again. Jason Tatum. That bothered me.
Yeah.
But I did not want to hear no Celtic fans saying, oh, y'all wouldn't have won if Jason wasn't hurt. Gotta hear that old dumb shit. Odell Beckham Jr. in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He was on his way to a great game. He was on his way. I mean, even though he deals got the ring, I'm saying, man, I'm an Odell Beckham Jr. fan because he started with the Giants. I just wish it would have worked out. You know what I'm saying? And my last one, Bernard King.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Bernard
that guy
King.
was on his way to an MVP, bro. He was about to get that MVP. He was
Bernard King. When he,
yeah,
that's it.
Bernard King hurts too. I see it. I see it. D Jones, give me your top 5 player injuries that bothered you.
Okay, 5. I got Willis McGahee in college. That championship game, and he got hit in the knee. That was gruesome.
Yeah, ooh, I remember that. Yeah,
that was gruesome. Number 4, I got remember Sean Livingston because he was a starter back in the day.
Yeah,
and was cooking. Yeah. He went for that. I think a dunk and came out and snapped his leg.
Yep.
That was my number 4. Anderson Silva, when he was in the MMA fighter, he went to kick my man, and his bone came up out of there.
Yeah. Ooh.
That was gross. I had Kevin Ware, but since Howie said that, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna go with Grant Hill when he played for the Pistons. And he tore his Achilles. He tore something in his foot against the Hawks, and his career was never the same. And then number 1, it still was the best finals performance I ever seen to this day. But in 1988, when Isaiah Thomas twisted his ankle, and he put up 28 points in the quarter.
Yeah.
But we lost the series, and had we won that series, I think we'd have been the first team to three-peat.
Yeah. You guys all got great choices, but nobody picked Joe Theismann getting his leg snapped live on live.
I was in my daddy balls when that happened. I never.
Oh yeah. I was a youngster. I remember it happening.
Is that the one?
And who hit him? Who hit him though?
Was that Lawrence Taylor?
Say it, Mo. Let everybody know who.
No, you say I want to hear from you.
No, I forgot his name.
Huh? You know, that's when the blind side was created. That's when
Lawrence Taylor was coked up and you just ran through.
Yeah.
When wasn't he coked up back then?
LT broke through on the left side, on the blind side, and snapped his leg on live TV. I think it was a Monday night game. I was watching it live. I couldn't believe what I saw. I was like, is his leg bent the other way, the wrong way? I thought it was. I didn't realize his leg was snapped the way it happened. You know what I mean? But
I thought somebody was going to say Paul George.
Yeah,
I did have that down here too. That was gruesome too. That was disgusting.
Yeah.
And I thought somebody was going to say, what's the name? for the Celtics. When y'all got him from what's the guy?
The white guy. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because his bone came out too.
Yeah, the Celtics got him from Utah. Yeah, I don't know.
Wasn't that the first 3 minutes of the game?
First couple of minutes of the game, as soon as they traded for him of the season, like as soon as he comes on the court.
And don't forget about LeBron. He hurt his coochie that one game, and he flopped.
Oh my God! Oh, you go. See, that's why you gotta do sports shows with comedians because they'll make you laugh. Okay, so I don't know what happened to Howie. I think Howie fell out, but that's all good. Mo, tell everybody out there how they can follow you, what you got coming up, what's going on.
Like I said before, MOE_comic at Instagram. Like this Friday, this Saturday, I got the clean show with the church folks over at the at the Brockton VFW. They be drunk. I swear to God, this is the drinking Christian club crew I've ever seen in my life. They gonna be wilding, and I love hanging with them. And after that, like I say, coming up, I'll be down at MGM in Springfield on the weekend doing hosting.
That's really good. And Howie Bell, tell everybody out there how they can follow you. And we got to give a shout out to Howie Bell. I don't know if you all got a chance to see the press release, but Lil Rel and Tabitha Brown are pushing this movie. They about to start pushing this movie that Howie is in. I think he's Howie. I don't want to speak out of turn. Are you the comic relief of the film right now?
Yes, I am. They hired me to be the comic relief. Yes, they did, brother. And I went in there. Yeah.
Congratulations to you on that, bro.
Did my job. But everybody is funny though. I'm not the only one. It's very funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the only one, but I must say I got to give Lil Rel a lot of love and a lot of credit because he basically handpicked me for the part. And it was like you got to audition, sending this in, and then I did all the work for the audition. And he was like, and I was like, hey, did you see what I sent in? He was like, what are you talking about? The tape reads tomorrow. You already got the part. So they just made me kind of go through the motions and all that. So I thought that was funny. He just kind of made me work, but it really didn't matter. And I went in there and I made him look good, man. And so I'm proud of that. You know what I'm saying? Anytime somebody hire you for something, you want to make them look good, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you recommend somebody for something or you suggest someone for something, it always looks good. I remember when I said, hey, I got somebody who want to fill in for the show with D. Jones. And look at D. Jones. D. Jones has been consistently good on this show since he's been on here. So that's an example of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, wow. I don't know about him talking about my driving, but that's a whole other story. You know what I'm talking about? I'm a great driver.
I'm cool with him too, even though you brought in another Patriots fan. I ain't gonna say nothing about that.
Hey, he's been a Patriots fan for a long time. We've been arguing about the Lions and the Patriots for years, long before this.
Well, I just want to say thank you for giving us that quick tidbit. Y'all don't even realize Howie Bell been in the game for a very long time, and he got a chance to give it, do this.
You ain't the only one with a hat, brother.
Yeah, he ain't. But yeah, that's how y'all find out about Howie Bell. D. Jones, tell everybody out there what you got going on, how they can follow you, and all that other stuff.
This weekend,
Mo had to go get his hat. You had to go get your hat. Everybody got a hat now. Okay, all right. Everybody got a hat now.
This weekend, I'm in Elkhart, Indiana, hosting the show, and next weekend I'll be in Elkhart again hosting a $1,000 comedy contest. So if y'all in the Indiana area, Elkhart, South Bend, come holler at me. 313.
Well, man, you can win $1,000. That might be me. That might be worth taking a trip.
Listen, I don't even want to host no more. I want to get in it.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys pulling in doing the show. My man Jason Hayes is gonna be back in 2 days. He's gonna be back Thursday. We're gonna keep holding it down. Again, this is Box Seats, the show. We do sports and comedy from 5 to 6 p.m. We're gonna get a chance to holler at you guys again tomorrow, 5 o'clock, where we keep the comedy going. Thank y'all. We'll see y'all. Peace.